My hair is finally dry. Not quite, but almost. So, it's shriveled up just a little bit. Uh, if y'all have any tips on how to not let it do that, like, it looks so much better when it's wet. So, if y'all have any tips, any tips for a girl, you know what I'm saying? Any products, really. Like, I just need some products, y'all, because the gel and diffuser does not work on me. Like, it doesn't. I'm trying to poof it out right now. But I went to a hair salon once. Let me scoot back. I went to a hair salon once to get a curly hair salon, y'all. Spent 200, almost $300, I think it was, to get a curly cut. I hated it. And this girl tried to put the gel. She did the gel and a diffuser. It looked like I had Jerry curls. It did not look good. And then I got made fun of for it too, on top of that. Like, I'm not spending that much money to go get a curly cut ever again because, y'all, it's so hard to find people to cut my hair around here. That kind of look better. I don't know. Anyways, y'all, how y'all doing? My name is T. I know y'all know that. Anyways, okay. That's low key kind of better. It's fluffier, right? That look better, y'all? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. I think that look better. I don't want to know what the side look like. Y'all, let's don't laugh at me, y'all. Oh, we ain't gonna talk about it, okay? Y'all, I don't have to work today. I am so glad I don't have to work today because let me tell you how much I hate this job, okay? Y'all know if you watched my other videos, then you know that I recently just lost my job. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all what my job was, okay? I was a nighttime stalker. Aside from the night shift, this was a decent job, you know what I'm saying? I worked by myself majority of the time. I could pop my headphones in, listen to my true crime, my podcast, my YouTube videos, music, whatever I wanted to listen to. Like I was cool. I was chilling at that job. I was not planning on going anywhere else. And it paid my bills. Yeah, I'm good. Y'all know what happened, right? So, I recently got a new job, right? As y'all know, I recently got a new job. It's been, I believe I'm on I want to say it's my third week, because I think I get paid next week. So then that makes 4 weeks. So I'm almost done with my third week here, y'all. I hate it. I hate this job. It's stressing me out, like, and it's draining me. I will go in halfway through the shift. I'm literally holding back tears, like I and it's not even angry tears. Like my last job would make me mad. You know what? I'd go straight to the bathroom, y'all. I could go to the bathroom whenever I wanted to, however many times I wanted to. Go to the break room, grab me a water, a pop, whatever I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like that job was cool. I was chilling. Anyways, at this job, I on top of that, my last job, y'all, I'm just gonna say I had two 15-minute breaks and an hour break. Some of y'all might know where what my job was where I worked at. You know, you can guess in the comments, yo. I'm not gonna say it, but guess where I was at in the comments. If you ever worked there, I'm sure you can guess. But anyways, yeah, two scheduled 15 minutes, 1 hour lunch. I could go to the bathroom whenever I wanted. Like I wasn't sitting there hovered over, you know, all day. There was no customers. Obviously, it was nighttime. But at this new job, y'all, I hate it. There's no 15 minutes. We're supposed to have two 15-minute breaks. Since I've started, I have not had one 15-minute break. There have been days I haven't had any lunch. Speaking of lunch, can y'all tell me why these jobs are making us work 8 hours? 8 hours, 7, 8 hours a day, sometimes longer, with a 30-minute lunch? Now, listen, an hour lunch, that's one thing, that gives you time to sit down, get off of your feet for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? A 30-minute lunch, I just feel like it's more like slavery to me. Like y'all are taking advantage of your workers, giving them a 30-minute lunch break. That's not enough time. It's barely enough time to heat your food up and eat it all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that gives me, like, if I want to go get me something to eat from the McDonald's that's a minute away, I have to, I get in my car. It feels like I got to rush to eat my food. Like, you can't even enjoy your food on a 30-minute break. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had this short of a break time in like 5 years. On top of that, the scheduling is so inconsistent. On top of the third, not having a 30-minute lunch break in the last 5 years, y'all, I have not had this much of an inconsistent schedule since what, 2018? 19, 20, 22, 24. Yeah, that's 7 years, bro. 2018. Listen, I need consistency in my life. It helps my mental. It helps me stay calm. It helps me feel like I have some sort of control in my life. And it's like, it's not like we have a bunch of high schoolers. I feel like this some of the ladies up there aren't old enough to sell cigarettes, which is one thing. But it's not like we have a bunch of high schoolers working. They work morning shift, they work night shift whenever they're scheduled. And I really just wish like that the scheduling was more consistent, like especially when you have a second job. Y'all know I had a second job, y'all. I can do that no more. I couldn't. They just kept cutting my hours. I can make more money than what they're giving me on DoorDash. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just do that. I never stopped doing that, but it was taking my time away from DoorDash, and then I was making less. Mm-mm. I could let me drive to the city real quick, make me $100 while y'all pay me $30 on my check. You got me scheduled one day a week. I'm not doing that. On top of that, it was a cleaning job, and that cleaner, the hospital grade cleaner that we used, no. That stuff made me sneeze. And y'all know I just said stuff about my allergies. Mm-mm. I'm not dealing with that no more. Like there's been days where I've had to just go sit outside from cleaning the house because it was filled with dog hair. And on top of that, the cleaner and I could not breathe. I could not breathe. I had to go outside for like 30 minutes just so I could get some air, just so I could get some air in my lungs. So I quit that job. So it's just back to my full time job. And on top of that, talking about full time, y'all, they told me this was supposed to be a full time. Do y'all know what full time hours are? 37 to 40 hours a week. I'm only getting 36 hours a week. 36, which is better than nothing, right? I can't complain because at the same time I'm still getting paid, right? But, I just, this job is just not it for me. It's not it for me. Something my grandpa, when I was in the process of looking for a job and I was, just struggling, he was always telling me, you're going to have to work a job that you don't like. You're going to have to work a job. I haven't liked any of my jobs. I haven't liked any of my jobs. What do you mean? I know I'm going to have to get a job I don't like. I just need a job, And that's one of the reasons I took it. And I didn't think it was going to be this bad, y'all. It's retail. It's a retail store. I've been working retail for the last 3 years. So, it doesn't bother me. It's just, I really think it's the people, I feel like for most jobs, it's never the job itself. It's always going to be the people. It's always going to be the people for me, and I will stand on that. It's never the job itself. It will always be the people. And these people, they're just draining me. They're draining me. I can't stand fake people. Please, for the love of God, be yourself. Be yourself. Please. Because I am an empath, okay? And so I can feel your emotions. I'm picking up on your vibes, your energy, and I can tell that you're not being yourself. I can feel your anxiety. I struggle with anxiety. And so when there's other people, just running around, and I'm still somewhat new. This is one thing about starting new jobs. People look at you like they don't know what they're doing. Of course, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm starting to get the hang of it, right? And I'm doing my job, right? But there have been times where it's just been so busy and I'm struggling, right? Because I'm new. And they're trying so hard and they're still being nice to me. But it's like it's like there are some days where it's not even that big of a deal, right? And they're making it so much worse than it is. And it's just like, I just need y'all to calm down, right? Like, you guys are draining me. And, on top of that, they'll act like after 3 weeks of being there, that I'm supposed to just know everything. Like, the way that they talk to me, like the other day, somebody said, you need to make sure you're doing this and doing that. And I'm like, do you know how much there is to learn? I was just a stalker at my last job. I opened boxes and I put objects on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? I put cans on the shelf. That was it. Easy peasy, lemon squeeze. That was it. That's all I did, right? This job, not only does it pay less, there's so much to learn. Like, there's so much to learn, y'all. You know, I'm making things, you know, and I'm just like, there's no 15-minute breaks. There's no schedule for anybody's breaks. There's no schedule for lunch breaks. I work an 8-hour shift. I won't get a lunch till I'm 6 hours in. 7 hours in. Like, I leave in 2 hours. What's the fucking point of taking a break now? You know what I'm saying? It's just that. It's that kind of stuff right there. And the 30-minute break, it gets me. Like, these jobs are slavery. These jobs are miserable. These jobs are killing us. Like, we're already giving all of our time away to you just so that we can survive. And then on top of that, y'all, do y'all want to know what my manager told me when I started on my first day? Something that was not mentioned in the interview, y'all. This was a temporary position. What? Do I look like? I said, I'm 28 years old. I need a full-time job. I told you this on the phone. I need full-time hours. You don't tell me until my first day being hired that, oh, yeah, this is a temporary position until May. Hello? This wasn't mentioned on the job posting. And you're gonna tell me now? Like, do you know how hard it is to find a job? I can't do no temporary jobs. She did say, y'all, granted, she did say she's gonna try to get me to move, to another position. Depending on how well I learn, the other positions, which is easy, the cashiering part, easy, right? Anybody can work cash register, point of sale system, easy. But, it's just simple little things like that, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I hate it. I hate it. I just wanted to, I don't know, complain, I guess. And I know I just made a video about being positive and not thinking negative, and I'm not, because I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm still going to accomplish my goals that I have set for myself and the plans that I have planned for myself. You know what I'm saying? This is not a negative talk, y'all. It's just, these jobs are killing us, you know what I'm saying? I really feel like a lot of the time, on top of society and social media being, I feel like, one of the number one causes for mental health in America, I feel like a lot of it is these jobs. What I feel like has to do with the economy, I guess, but man, these jobs are killing us. These jobs are taking everything from us, and we're supposed to just give it to them. That's just not okay to me, so I don't know. I really can't do anything about it right now because, like I said, I got bills to pay. I got to feed myself, So I'm going to keep going. But yeah, I don't have anybody to talk to about it, I guess. That's why I'm making this video. So, if you're like me and you're at a job that you hate, it's just, taking everything from you and you're miserable, y'all. Just remember those goals you have, just remember those dreams you have, you're gonna make them dreams, and if you don't, and you start thinking negativity, please go watch my last video, because we're not doing that, okay? It's okay to not like things. It's okay to not like your job. I mean, it's okay. What's not okay is to sit up here and talk down on yourself because you don't like something, We're still gonna do what we gotta do, okay? And we still gonna love ourselves for it. We're still gonna make it through, okay? So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say, y'all. You know, I've been talking for a minute, so let me get off here, go, and I'll see y'all in the next one.